Please be seated. Present arms. Order, arms.
(349 to 4178). Attention all units, attention all units. This is the final radio call for Officer Phil Wagner, Badge 4178. Officer Phil Wagner served the Lorain Police Department with honor, courage, and dedication. His commitment to protecting and serving our community will never be forgotten. Thank you for your service. Godspeed, sir. We have the watch from here. 349 to all units. 4178 is out of service.
kindly remain standing for the departure of the Wagner family and the Lorain Police Department.
We are here to remember Officer Phillip Wagner, a devoted husband, a loving father, a brave protector, and a true hero of Lorain. To his wife Jessica, your love was his foundation. Your strength was his peace. And to his 3 children, your father was a champion. He loved all of you with his whole heart and worked to make the world safer for you every single day. In times like these, it is natural to ask why. Why him? Why now? But perhaps the most powerful question is, how do we honor him? And the answer is this: we live as he lived, we love as he loved, and we serve as he served. May God welcome you, Officer Wagner, with open arms. May we all pray for peace for his wife, his children, his fellow officers, and to all who loved him. Please pray for our community. I want to thank all of you for your overwhelming support, not only for our city, but from everyone across the nation. In Phil's honor, every year on July 24th, the city of Lorain will acknowledge and dedicate that day to Officer Phillip Wagner's honor. So, I'm not going to read my proclamation. I'm going to present it to Jessica and her family. But I'm going to read the last line, which will become my proclamation and future mayor's proclamations in the city of Lorain. Now therefore, I, Jack W. Bradley, Mayor of the city of Lorain, do hereby proclaim July 24th as Officer Phillip Wagner Day in the city of Lorain, Ohio, in honor of Officer Phillip Wagner. I encourage all citizens to recognize his service, his sacrifice, and honor the legacy he leaves behind. God bless you all.
The hardest things I've ever had to do, but honoring Phil was never something I could say no to. So when I was asked to say a few words today, I immediately said yes, even though I hate public speaking. So if I begin to stutter through this, it's okay. Phil will get the last laugh. I want to thank you all for being here today. Your presence says everything about the man we're here to remember. A hero, a husband, a father, a friend. I want to share one story that still makes me smile about Phil. Phil and I were working the South Side one day when we got a call. Someone wanted to turn in a few guns to the department. Phil was surprised and just shook his head and said, "Who would ever want to do that?" And if you knew Phil, you knew he loved guns. One of the weapons being turned in was from World War II. It was just a small part of the original gun, but I remember Phil lighting up the moment he saw it. He was so excited. Before we even made it back to the station, he had already texted me everything about that gun, where it was made, how many were produced, and even that the factory was destroyed. That night he kept texting me with schematics, how to source parts, and saying how much he wished we didn't have to turn it into evidence. That was Phil. You could always make him smile if you brought up guns or SWAT. He had a passion that never switched off. In this job, we train for a lot of things, but we're never really prepared to say goodbye to one of our own. To Jessica, please know you're not alone. You're surrounded by people who loved Phil, who mourn with you, and will carry his spirit forward. To Phil, P. Wags, I'm sorry. You will always be with us. Watch over your brothers and sisters in blue. Keep us safe, like you always did. Officer Phillip Wagner, badge 4178. We'll take it from here. Thank you.
Today we gather to honor a true American hero, Officer Phil Wagner. Phil was a dedicated public servant, a loving family member, and a cherished friend. He served the city of Lorain with unwavering commitment and courage, embodying the highest ideals of law enforcement. Becoming a police officer is not merely a career choice, it's a calling. It means placing the needs of others above your own, standing up for justice, and making the right decision, even when it's difficult. This career was Phil's lifelong dream. He had a passion for special weapons and tactics, otherwise known as SWAT. During his hiring interview, his only follow-up question was how long would he have to wait until he could try out for the team. To become an official member, candidates must complete a year of SWAT training, which includes various schools, proficiency tests, and live operations. On July 22nd, 2025, Phil was awarded his SWAT badge, officially becoming a team member. Phil's wife, Jessica, often recalled how he'd walk around the house slicing the pie, around all the doors. That's a tactical maneuver from his training. He was also an expert in weapons and an avid collector, builder, and seller of firearms. Like many police wives, Jessica learned to hide her checkbook whenever Phil was near a gun store. Phil was also known for his impromptu dance moves during the middle of night shift. On his first SWAT raid, he tripped while exiting the armored vehicle and fell face first onto the ground. He quickly jumped up and continued the mission. His colleagues shared a laugh at his expense, as supportive police co-workers do. To his mother Wanda, his brother Andrew, his sister Megan, to his wife Jessica, along with their 3 children, his family, and friends, there are no words I can offer to ease your pain and heartache. Your hero has united a community. Some knew him, some did not. But all have felt the impact of this tragedy. His story may have been shorter than it should have been, but it is not over. It will live on in the love you shared, in the lives he inspired, and in the hearts of his fellow officers. Badge 4178 will never be forgotten. With deep respect and solemn remembrance and unwavering gratitude, the City of Lorain awards Officer Phil Wagner the Purple Heart and the Medal of Honor for his extraordinary sacrifice and service. Officer Phil Wagner, your spirit will continue to guide us, your dedication will inspire us, and your memory will forever be a part of our hearts. Thank you for your service and sacrifice.